Hey guys, welcome out. Corey here with Golden Press Studio coming at you with another video. Today we're in Procreate and we're going to be doing a little bit of a tattoo inspired design, and with that design we are going to be utilizing a new brush set that I created that is very tattoo inspired. So I've created these stippled brushes, so we'll be able to do really cool shading in our design that has this kind of stylized look to it. What stippling is kind of a assortment of a bunch of little dots. The darker areas of your shading, there's more dots, and then the lighter area of your shading, there's less dots. All of these brushes can be purchased from the link in the description. So if you guys want to check those out, you can stipple without these brushes. You can just draw a lot of little dots over and over and over and over again. Hope you like them. Hope you like this, and let's just jump into it. So over here on our iPad, I actually already drew out this little cowboy skull, and I did red for my main lines, and if you can see here we have these kind of blue shading lines, and that's just a guideline for where I'm going to do my shading on this design. So first things first, let's go up, and we have our tattoo brushes right here, you know, and we have all these different ones, a lot of different kind of filler. We have just straight up dotted lines, we have clean dots, we have wobbly dots, fuzzy dots, blobby dots, and a couple different liners. This is more of a mono line, that one's a smoother kind of one, and this one's a little more hairy to it. And I think I'm gonna go with this dry ink pen because I just like the texture. I think it will work well with this type of design. So let's check our weight. I think that's a pretty reasonable weight. When you're doing more traditional style tattoo designs, it's good to have thicker lines, just these bold lines. I'm just gonna start drawing out and kind of tracing over my sketch. So let's just jump into that. I'm gonna fill in these little eyes just by dragging and dropping that ink or that little color, as well as you know, I want this little circle right here to be a nice perfect circle. So if I just draw that, even roughly, connect it and just hold, it'll snap. And if I put my finger down like that, it'll actually make a perfect circle. And you can even hit edit shape and finesse it exactly where you want it. And I'm gonna make it a little smaller. You can move it with those little anchor points. And same thing with like half circles or any curved line. If you just draw it and hold it, it'll snap and kind of be a cleaner curvy line. I'll probably do the same with this curved portion of the back of his skull. Just draw it out, wait, and then it'll snap, and you can hit that edit shape and tweak it around a little bit. As you can see with this brush, it has these little furry fuzzy edges. I just like that for this type of design. It almost makes it feel like it's being drawn onto like a textured paper maybe. I'm gonna redraw that. It's just something that I like to do, or what I like to keep in mind when it comes to my designs. Even though I'm doing them on a digital medium, my goal is always to make the design look as kind of natural as possible. And I think sometimes certain brushes and certain techniques you use on the iPad, it can get a little too processed and digital. I like my stuff to feel like it has a weathered look, it has some texture to it. That's just kind of the style of art that I prefer personally. We got our skull outlined. We can even turn off that just to see, like, okay, cool. You know, that's a cool looking skull. You know, he's got a little cowboy hat on there, looking pretty cool. Now I want to do the shading and the stippling. So what I'm actually going to do is just go to a new layer. You don't have to do this, but I like to just do a new layer just in case maybe I do all these shading and I just don't even like it, and so I just want to like turn it off or try something new. So I'm gonna go to my new layer and I am going to use, I'll probably use these fuzzy dots scatter, or maybe we'll start out with just the regular fuzzy dots. I chose those because they have the same texture, as you can see, as this. So now I'm just gonna kind of start shading it in, you know, with this. And I'm gonna maybe start on the outside, and then just to give me an idea of where I wanna get to, and just start filling in that. And we can do little dots on the end just to make it properly disappear. And I'm gonna just kind of do some rough kind of shading right here with this brush while I have it out. That's kind of our base layer of shading. And then I might even hop over to this one that's kind of more scattered and make sure that's at, you know, that 25% like the last one. And this one, it's just a lot denser. And so I'm gonna just fill in this I guess edge area where I want it to be darker. In this area, I want it actually to be a lot more dense, so I have this fuzzy scatter pressure. This one, the less pressure and the more pressure kind of changes it, and it's a lot more dense. I'm gonna bring this one also to about 25, and I'm just gonna color in this area just because it's quicker, and you know, there's gonna be a lot more shading in this area. Now I'll switch back over to these fuzzy scatters just so I can have a little more precision with my placement. And I like to throw these little fringe dots just to kind of show it tapering off. I think I dig that. I might throw a little extra down over here as well. And essentially we're just gonna go through this whole design. So let's just keep cruising on this. Another thing that I do at times is if I want my shadow to fall off really quickly, is I can just go back and grab my kind of liner and give it a bit of a solid line. And then I'll go back and let's maybe grab like these fuzzy scatter dots and just follow along that. So it just has kind of like this textured edge to it. And then we'll throw our little fringe ones on there too to help the shadow kind of fall off real quickly. Another nice thing about working with these on a separate layer is that I can actually go in and erase areas where I've maybe done a little too much or like gone over the line, and I can just easily clean that up. That is looking pretty good. It's pretty shaded, and there might be a few areas I might want to clean up with a little extra stuff. I don't want you to see the lines. Maybe as you can look right in this area, it looks like there's maybe strokes. I want to just make it a nice even blend. But I think I like that. I think that looks good. Just to show you a few other kind of fun things with these brushes, I added a few filler, kind of traditional tattoo filler items, like these little X's and things like that. And you can just pepper them in. That always looks cool. hopefully that gives you a good insight on how these brushes work and that sort of thing. So there you guys have it. That's how these brushes work. That's how I like to go about shading kind of this traditional tattoo style design. You know, this can be applied to plenty of other different styles, but that's how I like to do it. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and hopefully you learned something from this video. If you're interested in these brushes, there is a link in the description. Pick them up. It would mean the world to me. I'd be stoked on it. As well as, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Freaking subscribe. We would love to see you come back and learn more things. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this, learning a little bit about stippling and tattoo inspired designs, and we will see you there. We'll see you in the air. We'll see you in the next video. Later, doggies.